What if I told you that your daily cup of coffee, that beloved ritual that you believe is the key to your productivity, is actually the single biggest saboteur of your long-term success? It sounds crazy, I know, especially when we're talking about the most socially accepted drug in the entire world. We celebrate it, we post pictures of it, we have meetings over it. But this celebration masks a hard truth. Our society has become so dependent on this one substance that most of us can no longer function on our own natural energy. You know the feeling, that morning fog that won't lift until you've had your first cup, the afternoon crash that sends you running back to the coffee machine. You see it as a boost, a necessary tool to get through the day. But that feeling of energy is a complete illusion. In reality, that single cup is setting off a chain reaction in your brain that can last for hours, hijacking your biology and preparing you for a crash. The promise of efficiency is a trap, and today we're going to expose why. All right, let's get straight to the heart of the matter. You've been told your whole life that coffee gives you energy, right? Well, I'm here to tell you that's one of the biggest, most cleverly disguised lies we've all bought into. Caffeine doesn't create a single ounce of energy, not one. Instead, it's an expert at making you borrow energy from your future self. It's a chemical loan shark living in your mug, and trust me, the interest rates are brutal. Think of it this way, as the brilliant neuroscientist Matthew Walker explains, caffeine is like a sneaky hacker for your brain. All day long, a compound called adenosine builds up, making you feel sleepy. It's your body's natural way of saying, hey, it's time to rest. But when you drink coffee, caffeine rushes in and blocks the adenosine receptors. It's like playing musical chairs, and caffeine steals adenosine's seat, so your brain never gets the "I'm tired" memo. It's the biological equivalent of putting a piece of tape over your car's flashing low fuel light. So what happens when your body is tricked like this? It panics. It thinks there's an emergency, so it flips the fight or flight switch, flooding your system with adrenaline and cortisol. You know that jittery, anxious feeling you sometimes get after one cup too many? That's not high performance, my friend. That's your body under stress, perceiving a threat that isn't even there. This state of constant low-grade alarm is a recipe for anxiety, not genuine focused productivity. And here's the real kicker. This whole chemical deception creates a vicious cycle. When the caffeine finally wears off, all that adenosine you've been ignoring comes flooding back, hitting you like a ton of bricks. You feel that afternoon crash, so what do? You reach for another cup, starting the whole stressful process over again. You might think you're just managing your day, but you're actually putting your system on a chaotic roller coaster. And this mess has a profound unseen impact on the most critical recovery period you have. Now, I know what some of you are thinking. That's nice and all, but I'm different. I can have an espresso after dinner and sleep like a baby. Oh, if only it were that simple. This is one of the most stubborn myths about caffeine, the idea that some people are just immune to its effects. Let me be clear. There's a world of difference between being able to fall asleep and getting the deep restorative quality of sleep your brain and body are crying out for. One is just being unconscious. The other is true rejuvenation. Let's look at the hard science, and I want you to really let this sink in. Studies have shown that a single 200 milliliters dose of caffeine, that's about one strong cup of coffee, taken even 6 hours before bed, can reduce your deep sleep by a staggering 20%. To put that into perspective for you, losing that much deep sleep is the cognitive equivalent of aging your brain by 10 to 15 years just for one night. That deep sleep is where the magic happens, consolidating memories and clearing out toxins. Think about it. That deep, non-REM sleep is your brain's nightly cleaning crew. It's when your mind flushes out metabolic junk that can lead to all sorts of nasty long-term problems. It's also when you file away important information and skills. So, when you shortchange your deep sleep, you're essentially telling that crucial cleaning and filing crew to go home early. You're waking up with a brain that's not just tired but also dirtier and less organized than it should be. And here's the most ironic part of it all. You wake up feeling groggy and unfocused, precisely because your sleep architecture was demolished. So what's the very first thing you do to feel human again? You reach for another cup of coffee, the very substance that caused the problem in the first place. It's a perfect, self-perpetuating cycle of dependency. But this destructive Loop is so common, it's not even seen as a problem. It's seen as a normal part of life, a badge of honor in our hustle culture. And that brings us to a crucial question. How did this all get so normal? This wasn't an accident. It was practically by design. Caffeine was the perfect fuel for the Industrial Revolution, a time when society needed people to work longer hours and ignore their natural body clocks. It was the ultimate tool to squeeze more productivity out of a workforce, creating a culture where sleep was seen as a weakness and exhaustion was a sign of commitment. That hustle culture we praise today, its roots are soaked in coffee. Fast forward to today, and you'll see this mentality everywhere. The office coffee pot isn't just a place for a drink, it's the modern-day watering hole, a shrine to productivity. In universities and high-pressure jobs, coffee is celebrated, almost revered, as the essential elixir for success. It's a signal to everyone that you're dedicated, you're a serious player, you're willing to push your limits. It has become so intertwined with our idea of work that opting out seems lazy or strange. Of course, this normalization is supercharged by brilliant marketing. Look at how coffee is sold to you. They don't sell it as a powerful psychoactive drug that alters your brain chemistry. No, they sell it as a moment of comfort, a hug in a mug, a sophisticated experience of rich aromas and cozy happiness. Brands like Starbucks or Nespresso aren't just selling you ground beans. They're selling you an identity, a moment of affordable luxury and a sense of belonging. This marketing is so effective that we've become completely blind to what we're consuming. Think about it. We've normalized it to the point where it's common to offer coffee-flavored candy or even small sips of the drink to children. We would never dream of doing that with any other stimulant. But with caffeine, we don't even blink. This deep social programming makes breaking free feel almost impossible, like you're fighting against the current of society itself. But what if there was a way to reclaim your energy without becoming a total outcast? So, how do you actually break free from this cycle without feeling like you're living in a fog? It's about being strategic, not just stopping. If you want to keep coffee in your life, you need to set some hard rules. Rule 1. Absolutely no caffeine for the first 90 to 120 minutes after you wake up. Let your body's natural cortisol response do its job first. Rule 2. Make a cutoff time, ideally 8 to 10 hours before bed, to protect your precious deep sleep. This way, you're using it as a specific tool, not a constant crutch. But what if you want to quit entirely? My friend, don't just go cold turkey unless you enjoy splitting headaches and crippling fatigue. The smart way is to do a gradual weaning. For 1 week, mix your regular coffee grounds with 25% decaf. The next week, go 50-50, then 75% until you're drinking only decaf. This gives your brain's chemistry a chance to slowly readjust, minimizing the brutal withdrawal symptoms and making you far more likely to succeed for good. Now let's talk about generating real energy, because your body is designed to create it for free. The moment you wake up, before you do anything else, go outside and get 10 minutes of direct morning sunlight in your eyes. This is nature's powerful signal to your brain to shut off melatonin and kickstart your energy for the day. Another powerful tool? Movement. A simple 15-minute walk or some jumping jacks will boost blood flow and clear your mind faster than you think. And please don't forget the basics. Most of the time you feel that afternoon slump. You're not tired. You're just dehydrated. Start your day with a large glass of water. These things, sunlight, movement, hydration, and of course, better sleep hygiene, aren't just alternatives. They are the fundamental pillars of human energy. By focusing on these, you stop patching the problem and start fixing the foundation of your vitality itself. So it all comes down to a simple, powerful choice. Are you going to continue outsourcing your energy to an external substance? Or are you ready to reclaim the powerful energy plant that already exists inside your own cells? Sustainable, high-level productivity doesn't come from a stimulant. It comes from aligning with your own biology. High performers know this. They don't fight their body's natural rhythms. They learn to master them and ride their waves. The real question isn't, how can I possibly function without coffee? The real question is, Who could I become if I finally unlocked my body's true, unadulterated potential? What could you create, build, or achieve with that clean, focused energy? Stop betraying your own biology for a temporary buzz. The power you're searching for in that cup is already inside you, waiting for you to listen. So, are you ready to make a change? What's one thing you'll do this week to start reclaiming your energy independence? Let me know in the comments below. And if you're serious about stop hacking your body and start optimizing it, make sure you subscribe and hit that notification bell so you don't miss what's coming next.